God Shiva speaks. The Father says, give every soul the happiness you Brahmins, the more-born creations of Prajapita Brahma souls, have received from me, God Shiva, the One Father of all souls. Shiv Baba, point of light Father, do the business of distributing peace and happiness. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of April 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, you Brahmins, the more-born creations of Prajapita Brahma souls, is now sitting at the confluence age. This is why you take up the aspects and songs of devotion and explain what they mean. Human beings of the Iron Age don't understand the songs of devotion meaning. You Brahman souls is neither in this Iron Age nor there in the Golden Age. You are sitting in between. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of April 2022. Shiva speaks. The Father says, the secrets of knowledge and devotion has been explained to you Brahmins, the more-born creations of Prajapita Brahma souls. At this time, you are listening to the knowledge for your future 21 births in heaven. There is no other human beings in this old impure world who is making effort to create their reward for the future. You Brahman souls is making effort for the future new pure world of heaven. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of April 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, Sannyasi have limited renunciation, whereas you Brahmins, the more-born creations of Prajapita Brahma souls, have unlimited renunciation. Those sannyasi make you have disinterest in your homes and families, but not in this old impure world. Because they have lengthened the duration of this world cycle, they don't even know that this is an impure, decayed old world and it has to be destroyed. I, God Shiva, the One Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, sits in the ordinary old body of Prajapita Brahma and explain all of this to you Brahman souls. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of April 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, you Brahmins, the more-born creations of Prajapita Brahma souls, remove this whole impure world from your intellects. You become pure in order to go to the new pure world of heaven. Your pilgrimage is of your intellects. You don't have to go anywhere with your physical organs. Nothing of your bodies is used in this pilgrimage. You are now coming to me, God Shiva, the one spiritual Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father. Theirs are physical pilgrimages. Sometimes they go to one place and sometimes to another place. You Brahman souls' intellects is in one place, which is in remembrance of me, Shiv Baba, in the soul world. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of April 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, it is also fine if you call this unadulterated devotion. You Brahmins, the more-born creations of Prajapita Brahma souls, only remember me, God Shiva, the One Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father. The devotion of all the rest is adulterated. They remember so many others. You Brahman souls is on this unadulterated spiritual pilgrimage through which you are to return back home to the land of Nirvana, which is the soul world, our home. Those people wouldn't consider the land of Nirvana to be our home. You Brahma souls now know that all of us souls reside there in Nirvana with me, Shiv Baba. I, Shiv Baba, has now come to take you souls back home to Nirvana, gateway to heaven, the 20th of April 2022. Shiva speaks. The Father says, those people study so many scriptures, etc., and still don't understand anything. Here, you Brahmins, the multiple creations of Prajapita Brahma souls, are not taught anything from the scriptures. You are even made to renounce all the physical activities of devotion. All of that is the activity of devotion. The ways and means of I, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, is unique. I, Shiv Baba, myself came as the agent. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of April 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, you Brahmins, the more-born creations of Prajapita Brahma souls, don't have any dislike for anything. Since you now know that this world drama is predestined, you Brahman souls, intellects, yoga, remembrance, have now broken away from devotion and is now connected to knowledge. You Brahman souls know both knowledge and devotion. Until people receive knowledge, they consider devotion to be very good. You have been performing devotion for birth after birth. You Brahman souls now understand all of that was of no use. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of April 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, people don't know what knowledge is. Even sages and holy men don't know that you can receive self-sovereignty through this Raja Yoga knowledge. They ask, what can you attain through this knowledge? You can receive both peace and happiness, and that too is imperishable. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of April 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, here you are claiming your future inheritance of heaven for 21 births. You donate everything and receive the return for 21 births. In heaven, you wouldn't have to make effort to attain a status. The status becomes fixed at that time. You are now claiming your inheritance from me, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, gateway to heaven, the 20th of April 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, study well and become a king for birth after birth. The first birth you receive in the next world cycle will be of a high status. Maid and servants, etc., are all required for the kingdom in heaven. The more you study and become a great donor, the higher the status you will claim in heaven. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of April 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, you Brahmins, the more-born creations of Prajapita Brahma souls, explain to every soul that I, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, creates the new pure world of heaven, and so Bharat alone received the inheritance of heaven and then lost it. According to this world drama plan, the inheritance of heaven has to be claimed and it then has to be lost. This world cycle continues to turn all the time. You Brahmins, the more-born creations of Prajapita Brahma souls, who were deities, residents of heaven, lost your inheritance of heaven, and you are now claiming it back from me, Shiv Baba, once again. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of April 2022. God Shiva speaks. The Father says, When and how did Lakshmi and Narayan receive their kingdom of heaven? They show Krishna in the beginning and have made Lakshmi and Narayan disappear, whereas we show Lakshmi and Narayan at the front and have made Krishna disappear. Lakshmi and Narayan belong to the golden aged heaven. You cannot say Narayan speaks. I, God Shiva, the one Father of all souls, Shiv Baba, point of light Father, has came at this confluence age. Lakshmi and Narayan's soul must definitely have claimed their kingdom in their previous birth at this confluence age. The Lakshmi and Narayan soul took the full 84 births and is now in their final birth. They must definitely have been someone who gave Lakshmi and Narayan's soul their inheritance of the kingdom. I, Shiv Baba, have given it to them. Gateway to Heaven, the 20th of April 2022.